If you're a facilities manager at a university, you know students rely on the cafeteria for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and the occasional late-night snack. So when a dishwasher breaks down and dirty plates pile up, the mess hall can turn messy in the blink of an eye. Enter Grainger. With over 1 million industrial-grade products and fast delivery, the product you need now is never far away. So you can turn that dishwasher back into a lean, clean washing machine. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Bradford, it's Green. He's got to make this count. It's Green. It's 1-1. You'll see a somersault now. You'll get a double one. Sing till I die. Sing till I die. I know I am. I'm sure I'm glad.
Right, wherever you are in the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, and welcome to Bradford City vs Newport preview, and it's live on Twitch, Facebook, TikTok, and other social sites. Are Bradford City going to get the playoffs? Am I going to dye my hair red? We will find out. So I am joined by Miss Georgia, Miss Callie, and DJ Lee. And in today's podcast, we'll be talking about the epic Barrow game, the pre-match Newport game, the latest Bradford City news, the weather forecast for Bradford game, score predictions, and what is on your plate. If you are on TikTok and other social sites, get your score predictions in. So, let's start off with Georgia. What was your thoughts on the Barrow game?
We played well at some parts, but then that double subs where they put Smith and Chapman on, then to take them off again to put someone else on, that was just something else. I was like, wow. But all I can say is I came home and I had a really, really sore throat from all the cheering.
Miss Callie?
Yeah, I mean, I was only listening to it. I had it on iFollow, but I had my headphones in because I was at work. Funny story, security guard. So when the second goal of ours went in, I jumped up and down, started screaming and shouting. The security guard thought I was being attacked and run all the way down the shop to see if I was all right. But yeah, amazing game. We couldn't have done any more than we did. We played as a team. We played with that passion that we all talk about, that Yorkshire spirit, and it got us through. And here we are now, ready for tomorrow.
Stan the man, welcome back, Stan. Long time no see.
Yes, good evening,
Stan.
Good evening.
Hi, Stan.
Hello, everyone. How are we all doing?
I am sound as a pound, mate. Got a curry ordered, so it might be appearing at some point in the next couple of 20-30 minutes or so. So I'll be munching on that while we're doing the podcast again.
That'll be a what's on your plate then, won't it?
Yeah.
Yep. In terms of Tuesday, they played well first half, very well first half. They obviously came back into it, didn't they? They had the wind behind them, but these last few games, I'm just kind of trying to not get too emotional, get too carried away. So I must admit, I did get carried away with that. Well, I didn't, because I was on the phone to my girlfriend and she didn't realise I was watching the football. So she's like talking away. And then I just kind of started cheering, sort of thing. So yeah, it was good. It was deserved in my opinion.
And we've got Miss Diane here, if she can speak today.
I can speak, but I might start coughing after speaking for so long.
Oh.
That's what's happening.
COVID again, have you?
I hope it's not COVID. I don't think it is, but I've just got a really, really bad cough. It's not cold. It's just really bad cough. So
what was your thoughts on the Barrow game?
I think they just did it after the way they left off after Walsall. I listened to it on Radio Leeds. So, yeah, I think that was how they did it. That's what I said on Monday. We just need to carry on from Walsall, and I think we did. And the team played well.
Okay, and we've got DJ Lee should be here.
Lee is here.
So, Lee, What was your thoughts on the Barrow game?
Well, mystifying substitutions in the second half, but it worked, I guess. Came on, got a goal, got taken off again 11 minutes later. But apparently they were both down with it. They were both happy about it. So, okay. Maybe it was a ploy, a plan, or whatever. It worked. We deserved it. We deserved it. We scored first. They pegged us back, and we got the winner.
So I know some of you know this story. I told you on the Facebook group, the message chat thing we've got on the go, but very funny story. We was minding our own business, went to go in the turnstiles at Barrow, and there was a car acting very strangely. This car didn't know there was a cop car behind him. He then all of a sudden went through a red light, and he got the biggest cheer of his life when he went through that red light, because I think there were about 20 or 30 fans went, "Hooray!" So that made my day. The result, Poynton scored. Oh, my mind was just blown. It was like, wow. And then they scored. I'm thinking, oh, crap, here we go. We're going to bottle it like
another cracker as well, wasn't it? It was another cracker as well, wasn't it?
And then Chapman passes it to, heads it on to Cook. Cook then passes it to Smith, and then Smith buries it. And, oh, my Lord, limbs galore. And I think I even gave Georgia a high five, didn't I?
You did, yeah.
And I gave your friend a high five next to you, but I missed
Yeah, I mean, obviously Jake was sat there with his headphones on.
Yeah. So, anyone else got any thoughts on the Barrow game?
Just think we got what we deserved. They worked hard, and they got the result.
Where did that ref get 9 minutes extra time for as well?
Well, it was 7, wasn't it? If you looked,
it was 7, and he played over 9.
And then he played over because who was it went down, didn't he?
Kelly went down.
Kelly, yeah.
So for the final time, who's ready for Bradford City versus Newport? 3 o'clock kickoff tomorrow, Saturday the 27th of April, 3 o'clock at the University of Bradford Stadium. And the referee is, thanks to Diane, because I couldn't find it earlier and it cropped up, so I had to go through the messages, is Thomas Dirk. I'm pronouncing that correctly. And Mr. Dirk's had a pretty busy time, really. Championship, he's had 5 appearances, dished out 22 yellow cards, 1 second yellow, no reds, no penalties. EFL Trophy, 1 appearance, 4 yellow cards, no second yellows, no reds, no penalties. League 1, 11 appearances, 42 yellow cards, no second yellows, no reds, 3 penalties. League 2, he's had 12 appearances, 54 yellow cards, 2 second yellows, 1 red, 5 penalties. FA Cup, 3 appearances, 9 yellow cards, no second yellows, no reds, 2 penalties. EFL Cup, he's had 1 appearance, 5 yellow cards, no second yellows, no reds, no penalties. FA Youth Cup, he's had 1 appearance, 2 yellow cards, no second yellows, no reds, 1 penalty. Altogether, he's had 34 appearances, dished out 138 yellow cards, 3 second yellows, 1 red, and 11 penalties. Then, quickly going over to the top the goal scorers, is Andy Cook for us on 16 with 7 assists and 40 matches played. Evans has had 21 goals, 3 assists, and he's played 45 games. Bit of insight, Bradford are ranked 20 in goals scored per match, 1.3 goals. Bradford City haven't lost to Newport in their last 5 meetings. 2 wins, 3 draws. Haven't lost in 6 matches. Newport are ranked 14 in goals scored per match, 1.4. Haven't won a match in 7 attempts. Haven't kept a clean sheet in 7 games. So, heading over to Mr. Simon Parker. He thinks the Bradford City lineup is going to be Walker, Okikoki, Platt, Kelly, Ginger Cafu, Brad Halliday, Smallwood, Tariq Wright, one of our own, Bobby Poynton, Jamie Walker, Callum Cavan, and Andy Cook. Substitutes Chapman, Gilead, Smith, Odwar, Tompkinson, Richardson, Doyle. In the last 4 meetings, Bradford have won Barrow 2-1, won at Walsall 3-2, won at Salford 2-1, and won at home against Gillingham. Graham Alexander has a decision to make in field with Jamie Walker available again after being banned for the win at Barrow. And, oh God, Newport County, possible teams, Townsend, Baker, Saka, Jamieson, Bright, Morrison, Bennett, Pondwell, Omar Bogle, former Bradford City player, Luke, Jepcott, Will Evans with substitute Zala, Rye, Charlison, Palmer, Hudson, Norris, Waite, Maxton. Leading top goal scorer is Evans, 25. In the last 4 games, they have lost against Salford, they have lost against Tranmere, they have lost against Accrington Stanley, lost against Grimsby, and referee Thomas Jerk is from Manchester. He's only officiated City only once before in the EFL Trophy against Leicester under 21s last season. Match odds are City to win 4-11, Newport 13-2, and the draw is 19-5. Last time the side met, Andy Cook scored a hat-trick in a 4-0 win at Rodney Parade in September. Right, Miss Georgia, what's your thoughts on that fantastic bit of information I've just given you there, if you're listening and not falling asleep?
Hopefully it goes our way. If Cook can get a couple in the back of the net with a few of us getting them in, happy days. All I can keep thinking is I've had my head blagged all week for my brother saying, when's football? So that's all that keeps going around my head at the minute.
Miss Kelly?
I think we've got to go for it. With that, we've got a good team tomorrow. We've got Jamie Walker back. The only thing I don't like about that team that you've just said is I think Tompkinson should be on. But I know Kelly's had a few good games, hasn't he, at the minute? So I just think Tompkinson is a better defender. He's better at keeping it out of the net, basically. I think Poynton's going to be up for it tomorrow after scoring the other night. I think he's going to be looking to score again. Be nice to see. Yeah, I'd like to see him bag a couple and Andy Cook bag a couple, and let's have a goal frenzy tomorrow. Go out in style. If we're going out tomorrow, let's go out in style.
Yep. Stan the man.
Let's hope Newport are at the beach. The only thing I've got to say is that it's unlikely, whether that's for your next sort of topic of the thing, but that we'll get in, because I know it's only 2 other games, but we're relying on other people. So I've got a sneaky suspicion that we'll beat Newport, but results won't go our way. So just go out and just hopefully have a good game, But frustrating, isn't it?
Yeah, Miss Diane.
I'm not quite sure about tomorrow. Hopefully we'll wait on. Can you go, Lee?
Okay, Lee.
I just think we're going to do it. I do. As long as Grimsby don't get beat and Mansfield do what everybody with half a brain cell knows they should and smash them in their game, we should be there. Do I think we'll get promoted? Sadly not. We just haven't been good enough this year. And it's going to come down to the odd point, as it turns out. Parky got there with 69 points. We all know that, but we needed a couple of those draws to be wins, and it wouldn't be an issue. We'd be there.
Yeah.
It kind of sums it up, doesn't it?
What do you think your score prediction is going to be tomorrow, George Love?
3-0 to us.
Callie?
I'm going 4-0.
Oh. Stan?
I'm going for a modest 1-0.
Okay. Miss Diane, if you're feeling all right.
No, sorry about that. Just had a bit of a cry. I don't know. I need to get me thing back, don't I? My winning streak back. I'm going to go 3-2 like last week.
Okay. Lee?
I'm going to go 3-1.
Okay. And to ask you all the main question everybody wants to ask, is Mansfield going to beat Barrow?
Yeah,
and is Grimsby going to beat Crawley? Georgia?
Mansfield, 100%. I think it's going to be Barrow. It's the Grimsby and the Crawley one I'm a bit sceptical over. Hopefully it draws, but if not, hopefully Grimsby do win. But it's one of them because Grimsby aren't exactly playing well either, have they?
Yeah.
And it's away as well. It's at Crawley, isn't it? So,
Miss Callett?
Yeah, I'm with. I think Mansfield will beat Barrow, but I don't think Crawley are going to beat. I don't think Grimsby are going to beat Crawley. I've been having some stick off the Grimsby Mighty Mariner today, James, and he keeps saying up the Reds, but Grimsby are safe, so maybe it'll be a good game, and they might end up. I don't know. We never know, do we? That's the thing. If only we could predict what's going to happen. But I think we're all going to be watching the game tomorrow, and if we start winning 2-0, we'll all be looking at phones then, won't we?
Yeah.
It's going to be a bit nerve-wracking, I think, tomorrow.
Stan?
Yeah, I think it's more likely that Mansfield will do us a favour rather than Grimsby. I think Crawley might just do enough. I don't know what the implication. We need both. It's both results we need, isn't it?
Yeah.
So,
okay.
Yeah, I think Mansfield are the more likely than Grimsby.
Okay. Miss Diane?
Hopefully they will. Anybody got a lot of money so we can bribe them all? Or bribe referee to give all stuff to Mansfield and Grimsby. I think that's the only way we'll do it. But hopefully they'll all do us a favour. But Mansfield have already got promoted. And then, like we say, Grimsby are down near bottom, but they might want to try and get up the league for the last game of the season. So even if it's a draw at Barrow and Crawley lose, at least we've still got in if we win.
Yeah. And Lee?
I'm just hoping Codheads can do us a favour. It's just that's got to be a draw. If Grimsby get beat, game over.
Yeah, so Mansfield.
Simple as that, is it? Yeah, I'm saying Mansfield will win.
Yeah, so
I don't see them losing.
Barrow.
Yeah, they will.
So Mansfield need to beat Barrow. Crawley can either draw or lose, but Bradford must win to get into the playoffs.
If we win, Crawley can draw all day long. They can only get 68 points. We can get 69.
So does anybody want to chat about, vent about, rant about anything? Georgia?
No, I'm all right.
Because we have got another 35 minutes to fill.
Do you think we're all really nervous about tomorrow, aren't we? We're all aren't we really? We're just we just want it there. We just want to be there tomorrow, don't we, to cheer them on?
It's that thing. It might be just a little bit too far, we know it's just in reach, but can we really reach it?
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Are you going tomorrow, Georgia?
I am. Me and Little Legs are going. He's buzzing for it. He's been all day going, when's football? Oh, it's tomorrow, Jake. Right. We need to go. We need to cheer him on. They need to do this.
Charlie?
What we need to... I'm driving up tomorrow. Yeah. Excuse me. What we need to do is get every single lucky thing that we've got. Your lucky shirt, your lucky little... I don't know, I have a
little
lucky
man's got his lucky pants.
Yeah, lucky pants. Diane, put your hat on tomorrow.
With me, I've been putting my football shirt on when I've been getting to games and we've been winning, so I'm doing that again.
I love that. We all have as little, what's the word I'm looking for?
Quirks.
Superstitions, don't we?
Superstitions and quirks.
Well, I've been on the Magpies today because I do Magpie salutes, and all I keep seeing is two for joining and thinking, right, that needs to flipping stay.
So, Stan, have you got any... Are you going tomorrow, Stan?
I am going tomorrow, yes.
And have you got any lucky charms or anything? Have you got any lucky rituals or anything you do?
No,
Bradford be winning.
I used to kind of have years and years ago, and the only thing I do is just make sure I wear my city top and my red trainers, my match day trainers. But no, don't have anything like that. I think. Yeah, just going off of what you were saying, I do have a little mini rant, but other than that, yeah, kind of. Well, I don't know. I'm just trying not to think about it tomorrow.
So have you got I know you've got your lucky hat, Diane. Are you going tomorrow?
Touch wood, yeah, I think I will be, because it's out in fresh air, so hopefully, but I won't be shouting as much, because when I start shouting or talking, I start having a right bad coughing fit. So I will be going tomorrow, you know me, even though I've said, oh, sorry, Bradford City's on telly.
I'll be in the City Vaults tomorrow. So if everyone wants to come down, I'll be in City Vaults. Lee, I know you're probably watching on iFollow. Have you got any lucky pants, lucky boxers, lucky socks?
Well, I'll have my shirt on. I'll have my socks on, my City socks. Yeah. I don't have any City pants. I've got some shorts. I might put them on.
So, Callie, do you want to chat about, vent about, rant about?
I think I've said everything. It's just like Lee said, it's the hope, isn't it, that kills you. we're almost there, and it's hard. It's going to be a hard game tomorrow to watch. I'm hoping as well. Obviously, tomorrow is a bit of remembrance as well that we do. It's quite an emotional. I'm sure it's same for Lee as well, and everybody else. Obviously,
well,
involved.
If you've seen my Facebook, you've seen what's up there now. That's going to stay there until
absolutely
after 11. So
I've actually been today and ordered my flowers for 11th, so I'll be coming up for that as well. And it's quite emotional for me. And I know they say they do a bit of speech, don't they, on the pitch, and say about people that we've lost over the year and things like that. So I think with that, it's kind of it's half a sadness day, but yet we've got everything to play for to try and get in them playoffs. So I think that's why at the minute people are feeling they're feeling it more, I think, because of that's kind of with us. But let's hope that we get a big crowd in tomorrow as well and proper get behind them and get that atmosphere out.
19,000 screaming Bradford City fans I want to see there tomorrow. Up.
I've watched Graham's little press thing today on Facebook.
That. Yeah.
Did you see it? And he went on about the fans more than anything, really.
He did.
And saying that he thinks that his players are up for playing against in that big crowd. That's what they're there for. But I think it unnerves them.
They sat them through it all, didn't they? So they understand the fans and the club and what happened in 1985, the 11th, you know. They understand it more now, maybe in a way that they didn't before. I don't know. And that brought a tear to my eye, if I'm honest, because anybody seeing that, you can't fail to be touched by it. You just can't.
I don't know if anybody... Sorry, go on, I don't know if anybody saw my meltdown on Facebook this week as well. I was on TikTok just scrolling through, and there's a woman that's got a TikTok account, and it's just showing all the football disasters over the years. And obviously ours is on there, but it's the graphic video with the commentator, and I can't watch that. And it came up on my news feed, so I straight away went on and I asked her nicely to remove it. I said it triggers a lot of people, and you're actually showing people dying, basically, and getting injured. So I asked her to remove it, and her comment was, "It's not my problem if my video triggers you." So
I reported it.
So she's heartless, then, isn't she?
Yeah, I mean, and she only looks a young girl, and I just think it's about educating these idiots, because that's what they are. And the fact that she's trying to get more followers and more views for showing things like that, I'm sorry, it's wrong.
Disgusting.
Absolutely
disgusting.
And then the ironic thing was, I called her disgusting when she won't remove it. I said, well, you're just a disgusting human being. And then I got blocked on TikTok for messaging for a month for harassment and bullying. You couldn't write it, could you? Honestly.
God. It's just a reflection on society we live in today, isn't it, I suppose?
Yeah.
Which is not...
So have you got anything you want to chat about, vent about, rant about?
Yeah, just a frustration, I think. I don't know if I've said this, but just really, really frustrated because I've said all season we've got a squad good enough to get into the playoffs. And, people talk about those 4 games, but I think it boils down to, goes back further, and the fact that I mean, they've done well to kind of give themselves a chance, but too much tinkering, too much like everybody could see what needed doing to that side, and the sides picked and the tactics, and those weren't employed. Those weren't, we were hoofing it. We had Bobby, we had, Jamie Walker was out, but we had McDonald on the bench, we had Chapman, and every time they played in the cup games, we played proper football. And if we'd have had those picked those teams and employed those tactics in those games, because prior to that sort of like mini run we had until we sort of lost at Wickham, we had a little mini run, but again we had too many inconsistent games, and it's down to the tactics, and that for me is the thing, not the 4 games where if we'd have picked 2 points more or whatever. I think those are just like a symptom of a wider picture. Now, if we get into the playoffs, full credit to the players and full credit to Alexander. And it might be that he's just worked out what is a winning formula, albeit like late. And if we succeed, then great. But yeah, that's just my little frustration today. The other little thing I'd like to say is an aside, little tangent, but I was at the Bradford City Business Club event today with Robbie Paul as guest speaker. It was very good. So say again, sorry.
No, I know Robbie. It's all right.
Yeah, and it was very good. He was a great speaker, very kind of inspirational on a life and business kind of point of view. And so that was just my little bit for today. Not as many people there today as has been in the past, but it was a good little event. So well done, Bradford City, on that.
Miss Diane, have you got anything you want to chat about, vent about, rant about?
Sorry, yeah, my heart's going to dozen at the moment because I'm struggling breathing now. Just want to say well done to Brad Halliday for getting them 6 Player of the Year awards, because nobody's mentioned that, have we?
I know there's been. I forgot about that.
We forgot about that, haven't we? Amazing, Brad.
Yeah, amazing achievement for him. And Bobby getting 2, Sam getting 1, and everything. So
Bobby got goal of the season, didn't he?
He did.
Yeah, and Young Player of the Year. And congratulations to Harry for getting Academy Player of the Year and everything. And has anybody seen that Matt Bower's now going back to Guiseley again as the first team manager?
2-year contract.
Yeah, put it this way, I can tell you, the chairman, if they don't start winning, he'll be sacked within a few months. Because my dad never got on with the chairman at Guiseley.
One thing I'd like to say, actually, Mark Bauer's been very good on as a summariser, hasn't he, on Radio Leeds?
He has, Bauer and the Glory. 100% record.
Absolutely. But his analysis and his commentary, his sort of summarising has been him and Felipe Moraes.
Very insightful, both of them, aren't they?
Yeah, very articulate and very insightful. Yeah. I mean, Andy Kiwami, bless him, he's City through and through, but sometimes you think, just shut up, Andy, Yeah, you're talking nonsense, but like, I mean,
it's all passion with Andy. It's all passion.
Yeah, he's City through and through, so I'll not knock him for that. Do you know what I mean? But I think Matt Bauer's been very good, and Philip Moraes have been very good summarisers.
Well, you always knew with Matt that they were going to go back.
So, Lee, have you anything you want to rant about, chat about, vent about?
Not really, no. But one thing for Diane, have you been to see a doctor with this cough? Because that's exactly how mine started. And I ended up on antibiotics. And they gave me some stuff called benzidamine, which you can get from your chemist.
I went when I was off at beginning of Easter, and because I was wheezing with it, on the night, she gave me an inhaler. She went, it's a viral infection. It's not got any better, so I'm making an appointment on Monday.
So before this changes into doctor's hour,
no. I've got other stuff to say. I was just saying to her, they helped me no end. It's called benzidamine. Anyway.
Yeah, you got to please, sorry?
Yeah, I was just going to say that I just want to wish Mark Bauer all the best. And I just want to say 19,000 there tomorrow.
Miss Callett?
Do we know if Harry Ibbotson might be in the squad tomorrow? Because he travelled with them to Barrow, didn't he? But obviously wasn't on subs bench or anything.
I think that's just to get a bit of experience at first team. I don't think he'll play.
Yeah, I don't think he'll play.
No.
It's just to give him experience of being with them on a match day and everything. So.
Right. With you. And do we not all agree that Brad Halliday should now be captain? I do.
I agree there.
I wouldn't disagree. I think he's a quiet lad, though, isn't he? I mean, you don't have to rant and rave, but just by his like actions on the pitch. But I mean, last season he was. I was saying this anyway. I was raving about Brad Halliday last season, but you know, he's kind of like if Walker if Cook and Lewis hadn't have had the seasons they had, Brad would have been player of the season, last season as well.
It would indeed.
And there were people that didn't rate him. I was educating a few people last season. I was talking to when you bump into them and like during games, and they were going on about Brad Halliday. I'm like, here's why you're wrong. Do you know what I mean? He's like, I think he's been pound for pound the best signing we've had in a long time.
I'd agree with that. Totally. Same as you. A lot of people knocked him, and he's proven them all wrong now. As a captain, as a player myself, he can ruin a player. If he's quiet and by example, fair enough. I get what you're saying, but he plays like a captain every time anyway. Why try and fix something that's not broke? He's inspirational, the way he plays. Players around him have 110% confidence in him all the time. Platt wouldn't be playing in midfield in that defence without Halliday. And he's added strings to his bow now with this, wing forward and stuff. He's, just leave him as he is. Captain, don't know. Who do we pick for a captain, though? That's the question, isn't it?
Gilead is a good shout.
I think Gilead.
Yeah, Gilead. He's industrious, but is he sexy enough for Mr. Alexander?
Is he sexy enough for Graham Alexander? See what happens on that.
Well, he seems to love Smallwood, doesn't he? And that annoyed me when he were going on about Smallwood's this and Smallwood's that, and I'm thinking, what game are you watching? But I've said that a few times this season with Graham Alexander, I'm afraid.
So moving on, because my curry's getting cold.
Oh! Do beg your pardon.
Yep. What's on your plate, Georgia?
I have no idea, because we haven't even chose what we're having to eat in my house.
Miss Callet?
I'm having stew and dumplings tonight.
Stan the man?
I just had some sausages. I couldn't be arsed. I've had a pretty full-on couple of weeks, and I was going to make myself some beef burgers from Fresh, and I can't be arsed. I'm playing snooker later, so sod it.
Diane?
Do you know something? All I want is junk food. We're feeling like crap. That is all I want to eat. And I've eaten chocolate and biscuits.
Keep strong, Diane. Keep strong.
I will do.
And Mr. Lee?
I have no idea. I have not eaten all day, and I should, but I just can't be bothered today. But Diane, make a drink of lemon, honey, and a spoonful of ginger in it. Have it hot. Do you good.
I don't think I've got any of that lot in.
Oh.
At all. I've got vodka in. Do you reckon that would work?
You've got a what? A vodka? Yeah, that might work. Yeah, vodka and honey.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I just can't eat anything. Do you know, like that hurts my throat.
Got any soup?
I think I've just heard Johnny say he'll nip out and get you some, Diane.
Do you know? I thought I heard that. I thought I heard that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll nip out and get some hair dye as well.
Yeah, do that. And don't forget your fingernails.
I've already got his hair dye ready and waiting.
No.
And that'll be streamed. That'll be streamed on. We'll stream that on TikTok Live. What we can, if that.
Yeah, we'll absolutely will do.
Right. So I'm currently having some poppadoms, some chips, some rice, and some chicken tikka from the Balti House in Keighley, and it is absolutely banging.
I've been there. It's not
right.
Bad.
It's lovely. Can't go wrong with it. Right, Stan, my man. What is your line, please, for the weather forecast?
The weather forecast is brought to you this week by Stan Jammer Photography, where capturing your image is my focus.
And the sun will rise at the earliest time of 5:39. The sun will set at 31 minutes past 8. There will be a bit of sun and a bit of rain. So, what's the highest temperature? The highest temperature is going to get to about 8 degrees tomorrow. And that's your weather forecast for tomorrow's weather. So while I've been busy eating, we've actually had a couple of TikToks in. YouTubes. We've had Dan Graham has won 50% of City games managed across all comps. Give him a full season and let him see. I have been Smallwood's biggest critic, but he has been brilliant in the past few weeks. Yep. And we've had Price. I am calling 3-0 Mansfield, 1-1 Crawley, and 2-0 Bradford. And on that note, when I find it, there we go. I want to say thank you, everybody, for coming along for the podcast today, and also for coming along for the podcast through the season. Your love and support for this podcast is absolutely fantastic. And I'll say thank you very much from the bottom of my heart for coming to the podcast, and also Facebook and TikTok, and especially TikTok and other sites. You've been brilliant. Thank you for giving the love. But this might be the last podcast. It may not be the last podcast of the season. If it is the last podcast of the season, we'll be back in June/July for the England games. We arranged it with other people that we'll do a podcast on the England games, like we are doing now. So it'll be England versus whoever. But if we do see you next week, after we win and Barrow will lose and Crawley lose, you'll see it live, my getting my hair dyed red. I don't know where we're going to do this. Might do it at Callie's, might do it at Diane's. We'll do it somewhere. Thank you again for coming along this season. Much love, wherever you are in the world. Oh, before I say that part, don't forget, we have got a Super 6 running that will probably start next season on Up the Chickens on Facebook. Also, we've got a golden goal on Up the Chickens. We may have a prize. I'm in deep discussion with Stan about that. Now I can say it. Wherever you are in the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Thanks for listening. Come on, City. Come on, Crawley. Not come on, Crawley. Who are they playing? My mind's gone blank. Mansfield. Come on, Mansfield. Come on, City. And come on. Oh, my mind. Who are we playing? Who are they playing? I don't. Who are we playing?
Grimsby.
I bet you've been shouting, haven't you? Right. Come on, City. Come on, Grimsby. Come on, Mansfield. Let's get my hair dyed red. Up the Chickens. Thanks very much. Good night.
Bradford, it's Green. He's got to make this count. It's Green. It's 1-1. You'll see a somersault now. You'll get a double one.
City till I die. City till I die. I know I am. I'm sure I'm Bradford City till I die. Oh, Bradford City till I die. Bradford's made our day, and hey, it's gonna stay. The boys have brought us.
This podcast is part of the Sports Social Podcast Network.